Steve, congratulations. Strong performance for the Pirate Swimmers, the men Northwest Conference champions once again. The women third place finish, but right in the hunt for the league title throughout the weekend. Give us your recap of how the meet went for Whitworth.
Sure. It was a great meet. The team swam with big hearts. They really got after it, and we had a lot of great performances, lifetime best times. You know, it wasn't a perfect meet. They never are, and you have a few disappointments along the way, but for the most part, collectively as a whole, great meet. Lots of good swimming.
What were one or two of the performances that stood out for you on each side, men and women?
Sure. I think Jamie Siegler had a huge breakthrough meet. Went to under 24 and her 50 free. I think she was 23.8. That's a big best time for her. Later in the meet, she went a 103.6 in the 100 breaststroke, which broke our team record, and that will send her to NCAA championships in a few weeks, I think. It's a provisional time, but a very strong one. And then on the men's side, Ryan Grady was sort of a standout for us. He broke Rory Buck's old meet record, who was a national champion and an All-American for us, and that sets Ryan up very well to go to nationals in the breaststroke events and represent us in some other events too. And lots of good swims. Evan Schumann had a really great 100 fly, which was wonderful to see because he's a senior, and to see it come together for him in his last season was terrific. So I'm excited for Evan to kind of move on to the next meet. And those were some of the highlights.
How do you feel like the new format with swimming 2 relays on Thursday night impacted the overall performance of the teams?
I think it was a really good thing. Looking at how the 800 free relay and the 200 medley relays did night one in that new format versus how those relays would have done later in the meet if they'd gone back to the old format. I think it was a huge advantage. If you look at all the schools across the board, I think their 8 free relays were much stronger, and common sense, right? They get to swim it fresh rather than having to do that relay after swimming the 200s twice earlier in the same day. It makes a lot of sense, and we saw the results. People swam really well.
So now where do we stand? We've got NCAA Division III championships coming up in about 5 weeks.
Yep.
Where do we stand in terms of Pirates who have a chance to go to that meet?
So we have, there's a half a dozen people that have pretty solid cuts. 3, I think, are pretty solidly in. I think, you hate to predict with it not being the dust having not settled, but I think Ryan and Jamie and Evan are both ranked high enough nationally right now. They're all within the top 10, where I'm pretty confident that they're going to go. And then we have several others that are on the bubble. We're going to go to a last chance meet this weekend and give it another try, see if we can squeak out a little bit more time to get a few more people to go to that national meet. And I'm hoping that we have at least a half dozen that we send.